And let me tell you something. The only thing that separates women of color from anyone else is opportunity.
Hello again. You are watching another edition of the Scooting Scholar Report. I am your humble host, Richard Lawrence. You just watched a clip of Viola Davis's history-making Emmy acceptance speech. But not everyone found her words inspiring. Back to that in a moment. But first, well, we lost another one this week. That's right, another presidential candidate bowed out.
Right now at 10, calling it quits. After 70 days on the campaign trail, Governor Scott Walker has dropped out of the Republican presidential race.
Scott Walker, the governor of Wisconsin and Tea Party darling, bid farewell.
I believe that I'm being called to lead by helping to clear the field in this race so that a positive conservative message can rise to the top of the field.
He bid farewell to the race to the White House. It's hard to believe that only a couple of months ago, he was the leading candidate for his party's nomination. But alas, the man from America's dairy land discovered the teat of cash had gone dry, and instead he has been gobbled up by a monster from the East.
Well, I feel badly for him. He's a nice guy. I got to know him a little bit during, as we say, the trail, going out on the trail, and I think he's a terrific guy and a nice guy.
And so I want to take this moment to salute you, Scott Walker, for President 2016. May your campaign forever rest in peace. Well, as I said at the beginning of this program, Viola Davis made history as the first black female to win the Emmy for lead actress in a drama series. However, Davis, who won for her role on the ABC series How to Get Away with Murder, was also criticized for using the acceptance speech to highlight the lack of strong roles for women of color. One of those critics was Nancy Lee Gran. I believe that's how she pronounces her name, or maybe it's Gran. She's an actress on the ABC daytime soap opera General Hospital. She went to Twitter and said the following: "I wish I loved Viola Davis's speech, but I thought she should have let Shonda Rhimes, the creator of How to Get Away with Murder, write it." A few minutes later, Gran ended a tweet by proclaiming Davis has never been discriminated against. So the exchange, the sparring on Twitter, eventually did lead to Gran apologizing. But the controversy didn't end there. In fact, many commenters did agree with Gran. Here's an example from The Guardian online. This commenter said, "She won an award for being the best that thousands of every skin tone and nationality attempt to break into every day of every year. And she didn't have opportunities? A little perspective is in order." Interesting words. But who's right? Did Davis make it political? Perhaps. But unfortunately, Nancy Lee Gran failed to put the award in its proper perspective. After all, Davis was the first in 67 years. Davis, as far as I'm concerned, wasn't crying victim, but instead sounded thankful for the opportunity to play a strong, dramatic role. A role which had eluded all women of color until now. Well, I've got a scoot. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this and anything else. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at RJ Lawrence Jr. or on Facebook at facebook.com/thescootingscholar or at my website, thescootingscholar.net. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to tell your friends. And I look forward to seeing you all again next